Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel. Let me just sort this out. Welcome to my channel and welcome to your March monthly forecast. I would just like to say a huge thank you to those that have liked and subscribed to my channel so far, and all the wonderful comments. It's very overwhelming and I very much appreciate it, so thank you. I'm going with the Druid Craft Tarot deck with this reading. I would like to give my viewers an option as to which tarot deck that they would like me to use as well. So next month I'll have a selection of 3 decks. I will gain a general consensus of everyone, and I will go ahead with that mostly selected deck the month after. Okay, I will release some bi-weekly love readings in a couple of weeks as well. So as always, this is a general reading. Some of the messages may resonate with you and some of them may not. Those that do resonate with you, the first thing that comes to your mind is what it's telling you to focus on first of all, okay? If you just excuse me for a few minutes, I'm going to channel in for your reading. Thank you. Okay. Okay, right, I'm going to stop there. I'll split the deck into 3. Okay, right, so we had a few cards that wanted to come out. We have the High Priest, Princess of Cups, we have the Four of Wands, and the King of Swords. So this could very much be you, Gemini. Okay, the first thing I've got to say here is that I'm seeing a proposal, because we have the High Priest and we have the Four of Wands. So some of you are either getting married, getting engaged, or proposing to someone, potentially in the month of March. Definitely. If not, this could be you maybe going after something that you love, and this might be in terms of a work project as well. So you could have just been offered a position at a big corporate company, or you are going back to education in some way as well. And I'm sorry, the first thing I just got then was some of you might be proposing within the month of March. Okay, if not, receiving a proposal in the month of March. I'm going to pull your reading and we'll see what these pan out. But I mean, what else can you say? You get the King of Swords that has a Princess of Cups with the High Priest, also known as the Hierophant, with the Four of Wands. Okay, the Happy Home, the marriage card, an offering of marriage, and a person doing it as well. Okay, so I've got to say that's the first thing that I got with those cards. Let's see if they plan out within your reading. Okay. do bear in mind this is general reading, okay? Maybe not all Geminis will probably receive that or do that. It would be great if they did, but yeah, like I say, you know, it couldn't apply to absolutely everyone. At the beginning, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is like brand new communication. Okay, so some of you are at the start of something new, and you know, for a lot of you, I feel like you're coming out of a very emotional time, or you've just had a brand new idea. Maybe the idea is to propose to someone, I don't know. But this is running throughout the theme of your reading, okay? So the Ace of Swords, it can talk about being victorious in some way and success, yeah. And a lot of the time, so with the Ace of Swords, it's very much about truth as well. So honesty could be playing a big part, and yeah, there's a lot of, you know, it does talk to truth as well. Okay, so now okay, some of you have or will have been going through some changes, as I think we all do at some point, but more so with you at the minute, because at the centre of your reading we have Rebirth, which is Judgment, and in the position of yourself you have the Death card. Okay, so this is you maybe coming out of a transformative period. You've probably just gone through a lot of changes right now, and you're just starting out anew. So this could be in terms of work or your relationships. You know, you might just be starting out something new within a relationship, or something new within, but this is in the position of yourself. So yeah, there's lots of new things going on with this within you. Perhaps you know you might have just learned something new with the Ace of Swords here. Okay, so something might have just come to light. You might have just learned something new. That could have caused you to maybe change in a way. But you know, the Rebirth card, you know, is like a calling card as well. So this is very much like starting out something new. So I feel like for some of you, you have just gone through a period of change, and this could be within the home environment. Okay. I mean, the other way that you can look at this card is that some of you could have maybe just gone through a divorce, which might be what the change is. But with the Princess of Cups here, you know, this is more of an offering than it is a case of kind of taking away. But you know, these cards are all laid together as well. So some of you, you know, you could be going through a divorce right now, which would create a lot of change and transformation within oneself. And put the Rebirth in. But I do feel that for some of you, you know, this has been something that has been long awaited. Okay, maybe you have just broken free of something. Because when you look at this card, you know, this is someone I see is like, you know, breaking out of something, or is breaking through. It's like a breakthrough of something. And you know, and I've been referring to this card a lot with the emotion within this card, because I do feel like maybe you have gone through a very emotional period. Maybe if there has been a lot of change going on around you at the minute, or within yourself. This is the Death card that's in the position of yourself. So you know, some of you have gone through a lot of emotions, or you've gone through the motions, but I see some of you like, you know, breaking out of that. You're breaking out of that, and you know, Judgment's here, and you're starting out brand new, which is beautiful. Okay, now what's challenging you is the Moon card. So it could be that you were waiting for some truth, or it could be that some truth did come to you, or you started to see the light in some way, or maybe some of you, with this posing as a challenge, maybe you're not wanting to see things for as they are. Yeah, or yeah, maybe it is a case of not necessarily wanting to have to deal with this new change and adapting. So some of you may still be going through a transformative period right now, because the moon card, I get a sense of this moon as well is talking about it might be a challenging time around the new moon or the solar eclipses. Okay, because maybe a lot of the change might start occurring around those times. And it does appear quite scary at times, this card, because it does talk about hidden things and things come into light, and we do have things come into light, you know, we do have truth. Maybe some of you maybe need to speak of truth. Okay, this could be, do you know what I'm seeing again? You know, I'm seeing this as like an aisle. I'm seeing this as like an aisle, so it could be that some of you, you know, maybe you do have something to say that's new, okay? And it is going to create some kind of change within yourself, and it will be something new, and I feel like maybe, you know, the moon here, because, you know, we've not walked that path yet, so it could be a path that we've not yet walked. And I do see that you know, there's a symbolism of two things here. So I feel like there's not just one person walking this path. I feel like there could be two people walking this path, and it does appear quite scary because you don't really know where it's going to go. Well, what's put you in this position is the Lord, which is the Emperor card. So some of you could be dealing with an Aries person. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus person as well. And this could be the person that you're relating to. And, or it could be that maybe you have, you might have been dealing with someone who is very domineering, or who has just took the lead, you know, so this could be your energy as well. So I feel like maybe you've just decided to take the lead on something and forge forward with it, maybe seek the truth, okay, even though it might seem quite scary as this is posing you a challenge, and the challenge could be, you know, maybe understanding what is actually true, and this could be you starting to take a lead and forging forward with that. But I do see that, you know, you are coming to the end of some burden and cycles around you. You have 2 9s within your reading, and we also have the 10 of Wands as well. So this is what's crowding you at the minute. So I feel like something is weighing heavily on your mind. This is what's crowding you. So you've got something, I feel like something that you need to say, or something that you need to do. I won't say more action, but there's something that you need to say, or there's something that you need to find out, and there's something that's just weighing very heavily on your mind, okay? What's underlying you is the 7 of Cups. So a lot of you could be very much in a dreamy state. Maybe you're thinking quite a lot in terms of, you know, where will this go? Am I doing the right thing? You know, again, I'm sensing marriage again with this, only because I see that this could be someone who's got to a point where it's like, right, well, you know, he's looking at all of the cups and all of the options that are available to them, but then there's this one cup here, and it's like, well, you know, these are all sinking, these cups. It's almost like, okay, I'm saying goodbye to all of these cups now, and I'm keeping one cup. I'm keeping one cup at a side. And, you know, this could be you just reflecting back on all the options that were available to you, or the cups that you're kind of saying goodbye to as well in some way. So a lot of you could be doing a lot of releasing, a lot of emotional releasing with this card. And maybe you are just starting to focus. Now, this could very much talk about yourself. You could very much be focusing on yourself, and you're deciding to, you maybe, I won't say give up, but you're just deciding to put all these cups down at the minute, and you're deciding to focus on one thing, okay? And this could be in terms of relationship, this could be in terms of something to do with your work or creative or something that you're very passionate about, something that you love, okay? I do see that, you know, this card is, I feel like there's been a decision made, okay? I feel like someone's made a decision with this card, and it's an internal decision, okay? Now, what's up and coming for you is the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is a battle card. Some of you may not agree with everything that you want to do. You might want to start something new. It might be in terms of a relationship or seeking the truth in some way. Or it could be anything where I just feel that with you having to kind of stand your ground, well, you know, we have the Seven of Wands that talks about standing your ground, but the Nine of Wands is very much a person who has been through the mill, and we have the Nine of Wands and we have the Ten of Wands, so you definitely got the completion here. Someone's worked very hard for something, and this is someone who's not given up, okay? This is someone who, despite all the ones that they've been facing, or despite all the times that they've had to stand for what they believe in, they're still standing, they're still here, okay? And they're battling it out until the end. Very much battling it out until the end. And until the point where they just think, no, you know, I can do this. I've got it covered. And yes, you have. Because the 10 is the progression of the 9. It could very much be that some of you may be faced with this situation where you're thinking that I'm still having to deal with this, I'm still battling with this. You know, how many more or how much more do I have to take? And it could be that, you know, the 10 of Wands crowning you, you are just hoping for the end of that, whatever that might mean to you, okay? Some of you have fought for something for quite some time, and, you know, you could just be thinking, you know, I'm tired of this, I've had enough. And actually wishing for the 10 of Wands is say, well, look, you know, I just want this to be over now. I've just had enough. I just want to be able to put these wands down, and I just want to start out afresh. I just want to start something new. But the completion is here, okay? And this is what's crowning you. So yeah, so if you have been feeling quite burdened in some way, whether it be with information, whether it be with wanting to venture on and start something new, whether it be with, you know, how do I propose? Yeah, it is. You are coming to the end of that cycle now, so you have the change in the position of yourself as well. Okay, so these two very much go with each other. You have your endings and you have completions and new beginnings. And the Death card talks a lot about a lot of new things coming into you. So if you are in this state right now, it is asking to maybe kind of shed that what no longer serves, okay, and be able to release and let go of things that have been quite burdensome to you, and that have felt quite emotional as well. And I see these cards as very much releasing in some way. You know, you have rebirth there as well, and a lot of time, you know, you can't do that unless you release something. Okay, so in your environment, you have the 9 of Cups. Fantastic. So, Gemini, some of you have been wishing for something in terms of relationship, or in terms of business partnership, or anything along them lines. This very much could happen within your environment in the month of March, okay? So we do have the wish card here. It's in your environment, okay? So it works out better, really. So this is a person who is feeling very emotionally fulfilled, very happy within, with oneself. I think once you do complete your cycle and you go through this, your environment will very much become like the 9 of Cups environment, okay? So there'll be a lot of people around you that are very happy for you. And you have a lot of support here as well. If you are going through something, you're going through some kind of changes. Now I see here with the Seven of Cups that even though he's releasing 6 of them and he's keeping 1, but in his environment, you know, he has 9. He has 9 cups within the environment. So even if he does release 6 of these cups, you know, and takes the 1, he's still got so many cups to look forward to. And these cups, you know, they could speak to people. These could very well speak to people as well. Or this could just be you being very settled within your environment and quite emotionally fulfilled and not really wanting or needing for anything as well. But yeah, it is the wish card. So if you have been wishing for something within your environment, yeah, things might start to become a bit clear. Okay. And I think that's another thing as well, is, you know, some of you might just be struggling to see things very clear. And at the time, sometimes we're just not meant to maybe see things that clearly just yet, okay? Not when we've got things that we need to release and we're still going through some transformative periods. Sometimes, you know, us being able to see the light and everything doesn't actually come through to us. Well, not just yet anyway. And that could be why this is posing as a challenge, is you're just wanting to see things a bit clearer, but sometimes when certain things have yet to come into completion, you know, they don't always become quite clear until it gets to that point, you're just like, oh my god, that's why that happened. Wow, okay, I see it all now. And within your hopes and your fears, you have the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups being your hopes and your fears. So it could be that you may be leaving something behind, venturing on doing something you do. You know, this could also talk to reflecting about the past. I see this guy here as well. Now, I know this is the 7 of Cups, but he's looking at the 6 of Cups. So this is 2 cards that maybe talk about childhood and reflecting back. You know, this also could mean someone coming back into your life. Now, this is in your hopes and your fears, so you might be hoping for someone to come back. And the fear could be that someone might come back. There might be someone you might not want to come back. If it's something that you know, if things have just ended in some ways, and you know, you're worried that, you know, there's a person that's going to come back. It could be the Lord, this could be an Aries or Taurus person, and you know, the fear is that you might not necessarily want them to come back, or the hope is that you do, or it could be that, you know, there is children within this card, so it could be that, you know, maybe you kind of want what you never had. Maybe you wanted to start out something maybe within a family, or something that's emotionally fulfilling. You know, it could be a project or a business or something like that, and you could be thinking, you know, I want to be able to give what I never had, and that could be why, you know, you're reflecting quite a bit, maybe thinking a lot about the past. You could be, I do see this as you, because there's one person here and there's one person looking at children here, so so this could very much be nostalgia in terms of reflecting back to how things used to be, and how things that you wanted them to be. So you could be thinking a lot about how your childhood was, and you know, in this cup, you know, the kids, you know, the children are really happy. They're really happy. So this could be something that you're hoping for. You are hoping for. You may be hoping for, maybe even connecting more with your inner child as well. And this, you know, this very much could talk about being with your inner child and being a bit more free-spirited and having a bit more fun, because this person's just kind of looking out at it as opposed to actually being like the child. So some of you may have had quite a few responsibilities to deal with, and it's kind of made you feel like you've kind of lost that fun side of you in some way, and the hope here is to kind of bring that back. Now, as your outcome card, you have the Queen of Cups. This could be a person, if any of the messages have resonated with you, and we are talking in terms of relationships. This could be a water sign person of a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio person, okay? And this is your outcome card. So if some of you are planning on walking a path, you know, the Queen of Cups here is she's here as the outcome, okay? So, and she's got one. Now there's a lot of moons within these cards. I can't help but sense the moon, but we also have the sun as well, okay? There could be a lot of talk in terms of like maybe listening to one's intuition on a matter, okay? You might not be able to see things clearly just yet, and if you are seeking truth, you know, it could be wise to maybe seek some advice from a Queen of Cups person that might be surrounding you as well. But this could be your energy as well. You might be feeling quite emotional, you might be very intuitive, and this could also be talking about in terms of the new moon cycles as well, that your intuition might be at a high. So if you're wanting to see things a bit clearly, you maybe, you know, think about around that time in terms of seeking, going within and thinking about your intuition. If you have a decision to make, you know, because this you know, she's a very intuitive character, the Queen of Cups, and she's a motherly-like figure, and very sensitive and caring and nurturing, and reflects quite a lot as well. So this could just be an energy that maybe is presented for you for the taking, okay? And this is an energy that might be helpful for you around the moon cycles if you are going through some changes. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. Because, you know, there's so many cards that wanted to come out. Okay. Any more? I think if you are going through some transformation right now, you're presented with something. You might be presented with some news, okay? And you may be faced with a decision, and it could be something that you've been fighting for quite some time. And if you are struggling to adapt to that in some way, you know, we have the Nine of Cups here. So this could be something that you have been manifesting and wishing for, and it might have actually come through to you now. Some of you might not necessarily just believe it's happening. Okay, with that on the moon card here, you might just be thinking, is this really happening? But yeah, it really is. Okay, and yeah, if you're going through the transformative period here, and you have the happy home as well to look forward to, so just know that. Just go with the flow. Queen of Cups is very much of a go with the flow type of person, okay? That will see you through. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I hope these messages resonated with you. If you would like to leave me some comments and feedback, I would very much appreciate it. And I will see you again in March. Thank you very much.